State government to take over Salvation Army Secondary School, Akwa Ibom. Deputy Governor charges youth on discipline towards pursuit of career. Plus, Rotary Club of Uyo at Ruby Jubilee installs 40th president. Hello and welcome to the news. My name is Evelyn Badu Ekbu. This broadcast is reaching live on Star Times channel 103 and our social media platforms on YouTube and Facebook. You can log in to watch us or like our pages. Akwa Ibom State government has expressed readiness to take over Salvation Army Secondary School, Akwa Ibom, in Insidibiom local government area to enable it upgrade the school for efficient service delivery. Governor Moino made this known at the Salvation Army Church Zonal Headquarters during a commemorative service in memory of members who died on their way back from Lagos. Kelvin Samuel reports.
The commemorative service was organized by the Salvation Army Church, Akwa Ibom Southeast Zonal Headquarters, in memory of church members who lost their lives in an auto crash at Ovia River Bridge along Lagos-Benin Expressway on their way back from a church program in Lagos. A situation that shook the entire state and country at large on the 29th June 2023. Addressing the congregation, the governor commiserates with the church and the affected families, saying that the Holy Spirit of God, who is a great comforter, will comfort them, while indicating interest for the takeover of the Salvation Army Secondary School with the permission of the church management for remodeling.
At times like this, we are short of words. We're just short of words. But let our coming here today speak to the fact that this government has human feelings. Let our coming here today speak to the fact that we care about our people wherever they are. Let our coming here today show that we have respect for the souls of those that have departed.
Earlier in a sermon on the theme Trusting God, the officiating minister, Major Esther Wak, admonished the people to continue to put their trust in God despite the situation, saying that God, who is merciful, will meet them at the point of their needs.
The attitude of trusting God is an attitude that we saw in Job throughout his crisis in the Bible. Maybe as a human, he did not understand any of the situations that came his way. He might have felt that God is against him. He might have felt that God is not for him. As stated in Job chapter 9 verse 28, in Job chapter 10 from verse 16 to 17. Upon all that he passed through, he could still exclaim, "Yet I will trust him."
The governor on his way made a stop at the cottage hospital recorded Tebiede at Akwa Ibom, where he expressed regrets over the sorry state of the facilities, saying that his administration will revamp the hospital alongside others across the state. From Insidibiom local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Governor Moino has declared Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays as non-visiting days for all classes of persons to his office. The governor made this known during the July Government House monthly prayer meeting. Again, Kelvin Samuel reports.
The governor, while addressing the people during the Government House prayer meeting, notes that of late he has been too busy receiving guests to a point that it is beginning to affect his duties, as there are many untreated files awaiting his attention.
We decided to limit our visiting days, please. I will only receive visitors on Thursdays and Fridays. I beg us. Between Mondays and Wednesdays, I will not receive visitors, so as to allow me time to do the job that you have elected me to do. Because No one will ask how many visitors I received at the end of 4 years. They will ask what we did. Allow us hold the meetings we can hold. Treat some files, you're almost treating files late. And I've tried to manage it, but some people will get angry. Some people will say, we just elected you, it's locking us out. Please, that's not the issue. The issue is, let's try and understand. And when you come to see me, please, make it brief.
According to the governor, henceforth, those who want to see him must pass through the process of obtaining appointments to enable him attend to official responsibilities. From the government house, Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State Deputy Governor Akone Yagayi has charged young people to clearly define their academic and career goals, be disciplined, focused, and committed, as doing so reposition them on the path of greatness. Deputy Governor gave this charge at the maiden graduation ceremony of St. John Paul II College. Kelvin Samuel reports.
The event, which is a maiden graduation ceremony of St. John Paul II College, Shelter Free Kuyo, enjoyed the presence of some political leaders, parents, and graduating students who couldn't hold their excitement. The deputy governor, who was also the keynote speaker, in a speech advised young Akwa Ibom children to be steadfast, courageous, and determined to succeed in all walks of life, noting that having gone through such quality of grooming, it is expected that the graduates are already on their path to success.
Your conduct, your performances, the result within and outside of school should remain excellent, as it will rub off on those coming behind you. Though without any doubt, having gone through this quality of grooming, you have been tailored for greatness. I expect you to lead by example.
Other guests added their voices in encouraging the graduates as they head towards higher aspirations in life.
Your life should be a real life. Don't live by assumptions. Don't live in falsehood.
It is pertinent for you students to know that life is in stages. You cannot circumvent any of these stages, but you must go through it with the firm conviction that you must make the best out of every stage in life.
The event, which had as its theme Celebrating Excellence Beyond Boundaries, featured special presentations by the graduating students. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
More impacts can be created if members work in one accord towards achieving a set goal. The 40th president of Rotary Club Uyo stated this during her installation as president and the Ruby Jubilee of the club. Utobajipon Achibon reports.
In this auditorium are top business moguls and professionals in different fields of endeavors, all members of Rotary Club, on a twofold event: installation of 40th President Comfort Udobang and celebration of the Ruby Jubilee of the Rotary Club. Setting the tone for the event, Chairman Installation Planning Committee, while welcoming members to the event, acknowledged the huge support they have shown to bring about the success of the event, and for the chairman of the occasion, Rear Admiral Udwagisin, Rotary Club is a place to reckon with, especially as the members are keen about rendering selfless humanitarian service and pledges continuous support whenever there is need.
We invite you to relax and enjoy the well-packaged event. At the same time, we solicit your kind donations to support the club under the leadership of Dr. Komi Udobang, so that we can together create hope in the world.
Sense is support to humanity, to try and help the society in the best way we can. And so since it's part of our principle also, individual principle, we are aligned with the whole concept of helping humanity.
The 40th President Rotary Club of Uyo, Comfort Udobang, wheeled out some projects expected to be carried out during her tenure, including Rotary Skills Acquisition Center, provision of educational materials and career counseling in public schools, among others. She pledged to create lasting impact in communities to create hope in the world, in line with the 2023 theme of the Rotary Club.
We commit to ourselves to serve the society in the hospital, in the environment, in the basic education, maternal and child health, and promoting of peace building and conflict prevention. We have set out some projects that we are going to make sure that we make an attempt to do more than what we had last year.
High point was the presentation and installation of the 40th President. The event also featured American auction, award presentations to some deserving individuals, induction of board of directors and new members, cutting of anniversary cake, as well as goodwill messages.
I really appreciate what the Rotary Club have done to me. It's like giving me an injection to empower me physically, mentally, and otherwise, because for all these years I've worked. I mean, this is the first time in my career that from home front, Akwa Ibom, that my work has been recognized.
In Uyo, Utube Achibong, NTA News.
Concerns about food security have been long-standing in Nigeria, with prices of food items soaring on a daily basis. The declaration by President Bola Tinubu recently to tackle issues bordering on food availability and affordability is described by many as a welcome relief. Correspondents spoke with some Nigerians on this development and now reports. Nigeria is Africa's most populous black nation, struggling with inflation challenges, especially in the economic sector, with attendant rising costs of food items. More worrisome is the removal of fuel subsidy, leading to a rise in fuel prices, which is a determinant in prices of commodities in Nigeria. Reacting to this development on declaration of state of emergency on food security, some Nigerians lend their voices on areas of interest to tackle food shortages and rising costs.
I would suggest that they should allow food to come in from all other countries. The food we have in Nigeria is not enough for the populace. The law of demand said when the demand is so high, the quantity of food will be less for the populace. So when the demand is something that we can afford, at least we can buy it with the little money we have. But when there is shortage, the amount we buy will be so exorbitant. So it goes back to the point that the food should be sufficient.
For rice now, a cup, 200 na 2 something, and the main man, that is the masses, some of them they cannot even afford this rice because our borders are closed. And secondly, the prices of fuel has been increased, and it's also affecting the traders. When they bring their commodities from the village to the township, when you go to market to buy things, they say that the cost of transportation is very high.
If you block the borders, the prices of food will go up. But if you open the borders and there can be free flow of food from other countries, will bring the prices of goods of food down.
Everything is in a high side, and of course a common man cannot make it. A common man cannot afford just a common food to eat, and of course I believe government should intervene on that particular aspect of it.
Government have to look at the issue of let me say incentives to farmers by providing fertilizers to farmers at the lowest discounts, and making it very accessible to people, especially in the rural communities, because people in the rural communities mainly are into agriculture.
The president also ordered the immediate release of fertilizer and grains to enhance food production. It is the hope of Nigerians that the initiative will stimulate economic growth while improving nutrition of Nigerians. In Uyo, Evelyn. Nigerian farmers, in partnership with the federal government, have launched an initiative tagged Agbadovolution. The initiative is aimed at revolutionizing maize production in Nigeria. Musa Baba Aliyu tells us more.
It is a launch of 2023 wet season farming activities for maize farmers. 250,000 hectares are already under cultivation, targeting a minimum of 4 tons per hectare. The President, Maize Association of Nigeria, Muhammad Abubakar Anur Funtua, said the goal of the initiative will be achieved through good agronomic practices and mechanization.
We firmly believe that by collaborating closely with the government, we can address the pressing issues surrounding access to quality inputs, low-cost finance, mechanization services, stable maize prices, and assured market for maize grain.
Katsina State is taking the lead in the project as it has been the second largest producer of maize in the country. The State Deputy Governor Farouk Jobe said security and agriculture are the priority of the state government.
It's a shortcut way of improving on food insecurity, wealth creation, and creating employment for our teeming youth.
One of our objectives of man is to see that we have translated government policy to our farmers and to our aim and objective, how it works.
Farming inputs including chemicals and fertilizer were distributed to farmers. Nigeria has declared state of emergency on food security, and government is partnering with farmers towards boosting national food production. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Next is sports updates with Suleiman Musa as our guide.
We begin with basketball. The Nigerian Basketball Federation have invited 20 players and 5 coaches for the final campaign ahead of 2023 Women Afro Basket in Rwanda. The list of invited players was released on Sunday by the Federation as the Tigers entered the final stage of preparation for the tournament. Some of the invited players took part in the trials in Lagos, Abuja, and Chicago, USA, which was organized by the Federation last week, while others were selected from the team which won last championship in 2021. Reina Wakama, who was newly appointed, is expected to lead the team to camp. And now to football. The 2023-2024 Nigeria Premier League season is built to commence on Saturday, August 12th. The head of Operation Interim Management Committee, Davison Omi, made the disclosure in a chat with Sonny Obo while stating modalities to improve the standard of the league for the new season.
The infrastructural patterns, okay, where every other thing will fit in. Once we get that one done, then you begin to add the other, things, to it. And that is what is going to beautify the season, okay? We're talking about retraining of our referees, we're talking about retraining seminars for our coaches, okay? These are, and the players too.
Away from Nigeria now, Barcelona legend and Argentina forward Lionel Messi has been officially presented to cheering crowds at his new club Inter Miami Stadium. A sold-out crowd of about 20,000 waited through downpours and lightning to see the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner given a number 10 shirt. The World Cup winning Argentina forward joins the Major League Soccer MSL club on a deal until the end of 2025. He will be reunited with defensive midfielder Sergio Busquets, with whom he played at Barcelona, who has also signed for Miami until 2025. With sport updates, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And to end the news, a recap of the major stories. Akwa Ibom State government to take over Salvation Army Secondary School, Akayubium. Deputy Governor has charged youths on discipline towards pursuit of career. You also heard in the news that Rotary Club of Uyo at Ruby Jubilee has installed its 40th president. Thank you very much for being part of the news. To be a star, join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. Many thanks for watching. Ememunyime is standing by shortly for the news translation. Do have a beautiful morning.
Stelemi enam ya eriyo ki ya itor ise mpombanga ufong with Salvation Army ke akai ubio Uriana kamuka Stelemi abo yak mewan esnidem ke ndako kweme mbangmo enie seria Ebore eriyo kente Rotary Club akuyo eni ufa Adaiwood no eboromi ni to kwa ibom emesiero aminkere memuime mbor ya ino ngbanton ke memba sinie mfeneni akabuka Stelemi ete umoino anam ya eriyo ke akpausem kurwa eriyo kente Monday nkoro Tuesday ye Wednesday ki moini ne keki yem akposoro senewo ado ki mo yai iket mesenewo ke Thursday ye Friday akombonyen ayano yorombomi
Pasel ete umoino ida yesoko atanyeko yembono woke akam ufogutumukara esekeni amatanga boke idagami mbono wo iyake moikane na mutum akene nangaro ndindin esogedi itie utumimo ana mutumimo ikana isanga neke danga ete umoino sokotang aboke tongore kemi mbono we nagante kreye anante mo ebo yeto mendu tampo danga bonoke ikbege ukara batoro akanam yagimo ikabikan inanga mempo ke itutumimo agena magemo rogutum kuyo utbe achibo akombok enti
Ebore eriyo kente Rotary Club akuyo enam ya eriyo ebanga ufa Adaiwood mo ayoro aba aruna mami akidari tie ke kambi tie eriyo kente Helima Event Center mikuyo okombongen utiba chibon akamanyoron somboromi
Mbona medion ke mbono wo ebanga ke kusoromi edo mempono wo ebanga ke kikpege mbubege nkoro mensionsio owo isowo enanga ke mengwonda mpoke Stelemi ammo ebami erinam usoro ke nkai kodo Rotary Club mi ayoko ke iswa aba nkoro erimana mek ufawo ado president ke nkaro anyeki yoro aba ansido ati wuro pokoro ke kamake ndutam aruna mami ama kom ming bion karo nangediana yenye ya aruna mami akrunin nkonsigiro ti wuro pokoro ke aruna mado ete udwa gesien ki komo ama boke nkai ko Rotary Club mi adi ti se wo pe basia amoni ke esini de American boke nwamawo e ma na mensunsio ntimpo esen ko fon bonowo anye boke mo mi benyidem ari no nka mi nwam kini kere kere owodo ku kangamo ma comfort udobang ado ayoro president abake nkami amadari ni assignment siunsium pose anye do ari namke ini sokokama dutemutumdo amana boke danga ini ukeme yena mempo ado akaditu uwe mbono go panapan ke mesri dong abo yambon kado esoke kaiso ediana yimo mbak udong ankari niege awo woridem atakpan po ekena makedu namaro ari daga ketepeke nyidu nte ekamba akamandutam utumke nkaro nyeke nkanguyo gelu namaro nko emaina mensionsio mfon po esenke idare sat mbono weke bagaro ubang po ke namma akeli daga ke nongo ke mewo mensionsio ngweri toro ke me ntutum ammo namma emane mek mufawo edonke nkaro miku yo utbe achibon akombok enti
Nangandiri akbeba no afrefre wo kidongen Nigeria ado iko kie etanga kwa ini Banakpan nanga uruang pondiria ado kwa usin. iko ekamba karuka idanyen etebola Tinubu aketanga abangananga ekpenam no ndiri abano amana amemurua ano mbun idanyen Nigeria adosu wakawo ebo kemimo emine mesa ibanga yaikobo yokombomi ito kombonyen
akere na ofo kare keritu ngondo tumuto mpo mapu ngetieti e mane disi ondo tumunye kesekedi yonte for subsidy ami mari dat ntom body etieti ekene na ado wi hikete ba no wat ide akpeke ado ken songodwa akamba dai woru kari dat nyina mari bo ya fro we utumuto inwang ba to kondo ndidi aba ke mai na mi mpo idi songo etieti ketu kondo tumunye mi mon ide nyen Nigeria ma kene dia no yo eteke kene na mpo song kendi dia iba ba ko iba se kamede mpo akok se bene kamek po song e ka ke wo itien tendi dia ba se de ibara amo e maibo ya fra wonko akwa fone tie fun mi mo ikere dok ikod etom komba to kondo ndi dia do swak amo e maibo ntom mi ke akene do akamba dai woru kari dadnyin akere tim ko banga idadnyin Nigeria nko kesi anya ke nam ko ba ntom fra webo ya do iwan ke nye mari nam do tum fertilizer etongo enyame no ngomboro wo nko keme ya nwa mari kitkin bo kem boy wangin afon etieti afon de toyet nyin Nigeria ma bo keme mo mini droyin ke fro we mai ni set kere dia na ye kambo kari dat nyin ene ngen dutum ko bo no kendi dia ya ba nko ku wo me ya ma na afon mpo ma na me modwa ano idat nyin Nigeria sekre de enyo kan edep edia kuyo nsika ko no kombo NTA
nito kwa ibom tembang nyere tri ru ba senemi tutu ni feni mai mani rukete ya ba seri ngo kwa ibom